It is 6:50 here this Monday. Back with your top stories in our Sunrise Smart Start as we're finding out more about a man killed during a house fire over the weekend in Bath. Saturday night, just before 11, crews rushed out to this call on Warden Street, and once they got inside, they found the flames covering several rooms of the two-story property. Police officers first on scene found the man unconscious. That victim, later identified as 35-year-old Derek Fisher, died at the hospital. 2 officers and a deputy had to be treated for smoke inhalation. It took about 4 hours for first responders to clear that scene. One person is recovering after falling into the frozen water at the Charlotte Pier Sunday. First responders got that call in the afternoon around 1:30. Someone in the water holding onto a sheet of ice and calling for help near the pier. The person was semi-conscious following the incident and was taken to the hospital for treatment due to being exposed to the harsh conditions with the cold and ice. RFD says that victim will make a full recovery. Happening today, the trial for a Rochester mother arrested in connection to the death of her 7-year-old son. Sienna Badger is charged with criminally negligent homicide and endangering the welfare of a child. Her son, Hakeem, was hit by a U-Haul in July 2024 in Greece and died later from his injuries. Investigators say Badger crossed through that intersection of West Ridge and Corona Roads during a green light with several children when they were walking, and her son was hit. The driver in the truck was never charged with anything. That trial proceedings scheduled for 9:30. A 17-year-old stabbed and recovering after a fight at the mall at Grease Ridge. Police have arrested one suspect. That's another 17-year-old. When this happened Saturday, police say there was an argument involving these 2 teens inside. Mall security responded to provide medical assistance to the victim. He was taken to the hospital for further treatment. The 2 teens were told do know each other, and the fight was ruled to be an isolated incident. And then we heard from some shoppers outside the mall saying what they witnessed and heard about is unsettling.
I have kids and stuff, so when you hear things like this, it's worrisome, especially like at a mall, you know, where it's like a family setting. So it's just like at this point, where is safe, you know, to go.
Members of the town board did release a statement saying the stabbing is completely unacceptable and has no place in the community, offering their thoughts to the victim and all those affected by the violence. They say public safety is not optional. It must and will always come first. People in the town of Williamson are being told to save their water. They're under a conservation notice due to the temperatures that we've had and freezing water in their intake pipes. Neighbors have been advised to take shorter showers, run the dishwasher and washing machines only when full, avoid running too much tap water when doing the dishes in the sink or cleaning your hands. The town supervisor and businesses spoke more about how everyone is managing to get by.
Because this winter has been so cold for so long, we're experiencing more issues this year than typical.
Nobody's panicked yet, but people have been targeting something if it's continue below 10 degrees or negative, so might be it's gonna get bad. Don't waste water right now. Just be careful.
The town says the advisory will run about a week as crews are working around the clock to get everything repaired. Sunrise traffic here at 6:55, so have that issue waiting to clear for about the last 30 minutes or so. Buffalo Road and Glide Street over there in Gates. There is another one on the east end at Monroe and Alexander as well. Another traffic alert beginning today. People in the village of Clyde should expect some delays on Route 414. That is Main Street. Crews will be there working on bridge repairs. The road will be cut down to 1 lane with alternating flows of traffic controlled by temporary signs they're putting up. Crews are working on the bridge across the railroad tracks and crossing the canal. That work zone will be in place until further notice. It has been a long, cold winter around, not just here, but around the whole country. And this morning, Punxsutawney Phil will give us that prediction on what to expect for the next couple of weeks when he finally comes out in about half an hour, when Phil is said to have seen his shadow once he emerges from that tree stump in rural Pennsylvania. That is considered a forecast for another 6 weeks of winter. If he doesn't see the shadow, an early spring on the way. We'll let you know what the prediction is coming up here in not long. That is the holographic images that PETA said we need to replace the actual groundhog with and have that. Whatever it is, his batting average is about 44%. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. And what's kind of funny, he probably would see a shadow this morning in Rochester.
Get some sun.
Bright out there.
Yeah, how about that?
Right? Even with the moon casting a shadow on the trees and the lawns. And that has actually resulted in a very cold morning for you, as we've got single digits, some spots even below 0 to start off this morning. But you love the sunshine and you love the temperatures getting into the 20s. We'll do it today. We'll do it tomorrow, the next couple of days as well, with a couple of snow showers mixing in there. Tomorrow's very minor. Same with Wednesday as well. The big thing that's jumping out at me is what's coming up this weekend. Friday, Saturday, maybe another weekend where we are tracking snow. For what it's worth, it makes it a little bit easier on the folks that do remove the snow, because you got less people on the roads and school, of course. So we'll see how that pans out next couple of days.
And then a little something that people will be watching at 6:30 there come Sunday night. Yeah, kicking off from Santa Clara with the big game. It is our Second Cup of Sunrise podcast, where you can find us Monday through Friday, 9 to 9:30 on the Rochester First streaming app. You can also check out Adam's recent exclusive interview with Brother Weeze on his departure from local radio. That was a big story. Geo, everything Grammys related to. A whole lot on the pod. CBS Mornings on the way at 7. Our next local update when we see you from this studio at 7:25.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.